Well, after looking at the film and looking back at the Michigan game, it was still a game where we played pretty well and they played pretty well. I didn't think either team played great, but when you get them back in 10 days from now, it's something that we're putting in the rearview mirror moving forward. I would say that, Cassius had a strange 27 points, but it was the 40 minutes that impressed me the most. And I think we are getting more out of both McQuaid and Goins, and that was one of the things I said to you back when Nick got hurt. Every guy had to step up. We're actually in the last two games, McQuaid is averaging, I think, 12 or 13, and Kenny's about in the same boat. The only thing we're down a little bit is on Xavier hasn't rebounded the ball as well, but we're making some progress in that area, and our margin for error is very slim. I mean, you look at what Nick gave us, there's some intangibles of what he gave us, like get to the free throw line earlier in the game because of the fouls that he brings to the basket, his running of the court. We have not been as good a fast break team right now. We've got to get back to that. And as always, I just wanted to clear something up because it wasn't our writers, but I hear people, on TV talking about, it was kind of like you guys talking about, well, you're playing better without Josh. I'd give my right arm to have Josh back. Well, guys are playing better without Nick. I'd give my right arm to have Nick back. I think both guys did a hell of a job last week for us, and there's so many different reasons why you need different players, and whenever you have a little bit of success or a little bit of failure, we're pretty good at blaming on failure and maybe not appreciate enough on success, but getting Nick back will be important to us when he gets back. Next for us is Indiana. We know we'll have the same team we got now. Kyle Earns is always going to be day-to-day as he was when he was back in the tunnel there felt like we were calling a reliever out in baseball. That'd probably turn you on, Fred, but nobody else. We were calling Kyle out of the bullpen and putting him back in and calling him back out because he had to stay loose. But in Indiana, it's the strangest team. They're 13 and 14. They've changed their lineup a little bit. Two kids that hadn't played, especially the big kid, Davis, hadn't played in a long time before they played us. He played very well. It was Stevens who had a career night against us, and now he's not starting. Between Green and Davis, they tore us up, but they're 4-12 heading into tonight's game against Wisconsin, but they've had so many 2, 3, 4-point losses, and their losses have been single digits. Twice to Iowa, to Purdue, and to Ohio State. Purdue they had beat. When they beat us here, they shot 50% from the three, and they've, I think, been shooting in the maybe 30%. It was in the 20s when they came in here. And so that was disappointing on us. They out-rebounded us, had 20 offensive rebounds. That was disappointing. And I think we missed, probably exaggerating a little, 70 free throws, 65, but it seemed like 100, and it was ridiculous. The number of free throws we missed, the number of front-end free throws we missed, and yet they outplayed us. And when you get 20 offensive rebounds, you got outplayed. When the team hits 50% from the three, that's usually shooting a lot lower. That means you got outplayed. Romeo Langford is still averaging, I think, 17 points, and Morgan is averaging 14, but they're getting a lot more out of Davis, out of Green, out of a couple other players. They're a very athletic team, and my whole concern now is a little bit about our health and trying to get better. They're gonna have a little captain's practice today. We had yesterday off, and then we'll go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which I think will be good for us. But we got to play a lot better than we played here.